New tonight on KGW News, close call in Beaverton as a suspected drunk driver nearly sideswipes a cop.
Well, you almost just hit a police officer.
Plus, KGW investigates safety concerns at the Longview paper mill years before that chemical tank blast. Why workers were worried about equipment and maintenance in another section of the plant. Then writing history or erasing it, with 4 Portland school communities about to debate changing a name.
People who went to Jeff, it's Jeff. It's not even, it has nothing to do with Thomas Jefferson.
And later, how a new and very public gig with the Portland Fire could apparently earn you more than $100 an hour. But first to our top story, and a Kaiser mother in court accused of trying to kill herself and her 3 young children. A warning, the details here are disturbing and include references to suicide. Catherine Cook's in the newsroom after speaking with police and reviewing dispatch audio. Catherine.
And David, police tell me they see a lot, but this case is especially difficult. Fortunately, everyone survived, but investigators say it appears the victim's mom did extensive research before trying to kill her kids.
Good afternoon, ma'am. You're Chardonnay Benavidez? All right.
In Marion County Court, Chardonnay Benavidez buried her face in her hands, accused of trying to kill her 3 sons and herself. Officers responded to her house Saturday night on Holly Court in Kaiser after Benavidez called 911. She told dispatchers her kids, 2-year-old twins and a 4-year-old, were falling in and out of consciousness after she tried to kill them and herself with carbon monoxide in her car. She told police she'd been planning their murders for about a week.
Once the kids started to show some distress, she tried to calm them, and when she couldn't calm them, she took them back inside of the home.
It looks like we got 3 patients.
Dispatch audio from that night.
Potentially 4, and there's a statement of a firearm in the gun.
Paints a chilling picture of a deadly backup plan. Another reason prosecutors asked the judge to deny Benavidez bail.
It should be noted she also had a gun in the car. She did tell law enforcement that she was prepared to shoot herself if this worked on the children and did not work on her.
Medics transported Benavidez and her 3 kids to the hospital. Police say doctors treated the children for carbon monoxide poisoning. They were released the next day to their father. Benavidez was released and booked into the Marion County Jail. Kaiser Police Lieutenant Trevor Wenning says he's grateful they're alive.
Having grandchildren the same age as these young ones, it's sad. It's very sad. It's difficult sometimes to hold it together.
Wenning says before entering the garage to collect evidence, police had to ventilate the garage of deadly exhaust fumes. He's glad officers are okay, too.
Nothing worse than responding to a call for service and then having somebody to be called to respond to you as you go down.
Now the case is in the court's hands. And for now, Benavidez will remain behind bars as the judge denied her bail. Benavidez's next court appearance is set for June 17th. Grand jury will review the case next week. David.
An extraordinary, painful set of circumstances there. Catherine Cook in the newsroom. Thanks, Catherine. A reminder, if you or someone you know is having a mental health crisis of any kind, help is available 24/7. One resource, the National Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. That number is 988. In an update tonight, the Sandy man accused of murdering a mother, a grandmother, and a teenager and wounding a police officer now faces nearly 20 charges with additional counts added for his alleged shootout with police. 38-year-old Brian Moore was already charged with murder for the deaths of his partner, Jenna Overson, her mother, Mary Beth, and 16-year-old Coben McClure, who lived nearby. Grand jury also indicted him on several counts of attempted murder for allegedly shooting at police officers when they showed up to respond. One of them, Garrett Thornton, was wounded. A friend of Jenna Overson spoke outside court today.
She was amazing. No matter what she was going through, she always had a smile on her face, there to help. Anytime you need something, she was there.
During a standoff with police, authorities say Moore took his 3-year-old son and Jenna's 20-year-old son as hostages, but they were not hurt. Moore pleaded not guilty this afternoon and remains in the Clackamas County Jail. Let's get you caught up on tonight's other headlines now. A man is dead after he was shot this afternoon inside a Southeast Portland apartment complex. This is around 2 at the Aurora Apartments near 160th and Stark. And authorities say the shooter was gone by the time they arrived. So far, they have not released any suspect description. Anyone with information here should contact Portland Police. A burglary suspect allegedly involved in this police chase and wild rollover crash in Milwaukee last month is apparently on the run from police again. You might remember this video from May 5th. Wow, when deputies tried to stop Scotty Oldfield in a white SUV, authorities say they found stolen property inside and charged him with theft, burglary, attempt to elude police, and reckless driving, amongst other charges. Now, the sheriff's office's Oldfield, who was being treated for his injuries in this crash, has left the hospital against the advice of doctors. So there is currently a warrant out now for his arrest. And firefighters think an outdoor refrigerator plugged into an extension cord most likely sparked this house fire in the Lentz neighborhood this morning. Crews telling us the man inside the house escaped through an upstairs window, then climbed onto the roof. Firefighters say he was about to jump to the ground, but they got a ladder to him just in time. He was not seriously hurt. Well, let's switch to a live look over the Rose City on this Monday night, on a day when we certainly saw our share of rain, at least for this time of year. Chief Meteorologist Matt Savino's here with a first look at your weather impact forecast. Hey there, Matt.
Hey, David, thanks very much. It's very blustery out there right now. We have rain and the wind has picked up, gusting at 28 miles an hour in Portland right now, with higher gusts in the forecast for tomorrow, especially once you go out the gorge and over the east side of the state. The rainfall has been good too. We'll talk about that in a minute. First of all, the winds all out of the south, about 15, 17 miles an hour. Over the coast, even stronger winds. And in the gorge, there's actually a wind advisory beginning at 2 a.m., continuing until about this time tomorrow night, as the gusts here will reach upwards of 50 miles an hour. Now, onto the rain. It's really broken up. There are showers moving through. Yes, you can see they're lined up here. But for the most part, the rain is backed way off from what it was earlier in the day. However, certainly left its mark with 1/3 of an inch in Portland, 6/10 up in Scappoose, and up at Astoria, well over an inch of rain there. So it was a really good soaking for the month of June. Hey, we're looking at low 90s on Saturday, mid 90s on Sunday and Monday. So weather impact alert for those 2 days. Low humidity, east winds. That means the fire danger will be increasing. More on the rain and the cool weather, and transition to hot, dry weather in a bit, David.
Yeah, a lot to keep an eye on. Thanks, Matt.
Somehow, miraculously, you made it through all that. And then you almost just slammed in all of us.
New at 11, a close call caught on camera as a suspected impaired driver, just barely there, misses a Beaverton police officer. Authorities say they were already investigating a DUI crash on Highway 26 early Sunday morning when the driver drove around barriers and into the blocked off area. No one was hurt. Police arrested this driver on DUI charges, saying both alcohol and marijuana were factors. Tonight, the KGW investigative team has obtained documents that show Nippon Dynawave employees have been raising concerns about maintenance at the Longview paper mill for years, well before the chemical tank blast that killed 11 people. As Evan Watson found out, records related to a fire at the plant 3 years back raised some bigger questions about maintenance culture and oversight.
Outside the Nippon Dynawave paper mill in Longview, a memorial honors 11 employees who died in the recent chemical tank rupture. Their photos, next to their favorite snacks and candies, symbolize the grief of a community as investigations move forward. 3 years earlier, a major fire at the plant sparked employee concerns about old equipment and cutbacks on maintenance. A wood chip fire at the Nippon Dynawave facility in July of 2023 started on a conveyor belt before spreading to a barge, dock, and maintenance building. It burned through the night, took 3 days to clear, and caused $3.5 million in damage. Fire investigators said they couldn't determine the exact cause, but it's probable that the fire was mechanical in nature, secondary to the decrease in maintenance on the aging equipment. According to fire investigation reports, employees told fire investigators that the company dissolved maintenance of the conveyors approximately 6 to 7 years earlier, and Nippon Dynawave had been paying overtime for the past year and a half for the employees to come and perform maintenance on their time off, although that overtime pay was cut about a month before the fire. One employee said with limited maintenance, the company had been ordering greaseless conveyor belt rollers, with some coming from sites like Amazon, to limit the maintenance needs. With the recent collapse of the white liquor tank at the plant and the release of these new photos, Nippon Dynawave leaders have largely deferred questions about equipment maintenance and inspections.
We approach it with the utmost care in everything that we do. I'll let the facts speak for themselves.
The company did not respond to KGW's questions about the 2023 fire and maintenance concerns on Monday. Cowlitz fire investigators said the wood chip fire was accidental. It was not connected to the white liquor tank.
Evan Watson reporting there. State and federal investigations here could take at least 6 months, if not longer. The company will continue to pay all its employees, including those who cannot return to work, at least through early August.